Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss about a very tempting mistake which most of the students make while attempting questions of logical reasoning. This trap is the trap of partial logic. Most of us feel that logical reasoning questions are something which we must be able to solve. It's like we feel that we are entitled to solve each and every question of logical reasoning. In fact, we have seen lot of students wasting quite a time on a single question of logical reasoning just because they feel that okay, now it would just get solved. So what I am trying to tell you through this video is that at times logical reasoning questions can be tempting. At the same time, if we apply partial logic in the question, it can lead us to negative marks instead of increasing our score. Consider this question. In this question, we are given three set of letters. The initial two set of letters have a relation between them, and we have to identify the fourth set which holds relation with the third set in the same way as the initial two sets are related. So if we see one of the most uh, one of the most common thought which can come in our mind is to see the difference between the letters. So if we see the difference between J and O, it is of five letters. L and M, it is just one letter. If we try to apply the same logic, we can see that the difference between B and G, it is of five letters, and the difference between D and E, it is of just one letter. So that way, we might be tempted to take A as the correct option. And trust me, we will see that there is no other option which is going with GE. We won't even give it a second thought. We will just match these two initial letters and we will just click it. However, this is where partial logic can hurt us. This is where it can lead to reduction in marks. If you see, the same logic cannot be applied for next set of letters. N and K have a difference, but that difference is nowhere close to the difference between Y and C. P and I have a difference, but that difference is nowhere close to difference between E and M. Hence, A is not the correct option. So what is the correct option? Correct option is when you try to identify the correct logic. What is that correct logic? The logic is that the letter preceding J is I, and that is the last letter of the next set. The letter preceding L is K, and that is the second last letter. Letter preceding M is N, which is the third last letter, and the letter preceding P is O, which is the first letter. Similarly, if you see the letter preceding B is A, and if you see the options carefully, only option B has A as the last option. Hence, the correct answer might be option B. But again, right now we are at the stage of partial logic. Then let's try to check. The letter preceding D is C, and that is at the second last position, which is good. Y is preceded by X and E is preceded by D. Now we have applied the logic to the entire set of letters, and hence B is the correct answer with the full logic. Okay, so try to avoid this trap. Similarly, if you see this question, 48 is to 44. What is 64 is to? So most of us can give answer very quickly as 68. Why? We will feel the difference between 48 and 44 is 4, and the difference between 64 and 68 is also 4. But no, my friends, 48 is 4 bigger than 44. So 64 should be 4 bigger than the next digit. Had the option been 60, you could have marked it. But 68 is not the correct answer. Again, do not try to apply the partial logic. If you want to get the correct answer, you have to think a little bit harder. What is that thing? 48, which is basically, if you see the digits in 48, it is 4 and 8. So first you multiply 4 and 8, which is 32. Then you add 4 plus 8, which is 12. You add 32 plus 12, you get 44. Similarly, you multiply 6 and 4, which is 24. You add 6 and 4, which is 10. Then you add 24 and 10, which leads to 34. So 34 is the correct option, not 68. Okay. So through these two simple examples, what very simple message I'm trying to convey here is that be logical, but not partially logical, be fully logical. Otherwise, it is better to leave such a question which can give you negative marks and at the same time is consuming your lot of time and energy. Okay. Keep this in mind and prepare for the BITSAT in the best possible manner. All the best. Thank you.